Hey, good morning. I hope you figured out that all of these videos that I'm sharing all take place in the sanctuary of my office, the Heart Nest. And what I do at the Heart Nest, in case you didn't know, is what has traditionally been called psychotherapy. And what you also may not know is that I've sort of changed the name of what I do from psychotherapy to peace building. Because my underlying theme is to move people to a place of inner and outer peace. And some of you might be watching this video thinking, I need a therapist. Damn, I didn't think about therapy as peace building. I didn't think about therapy as a way to heal my body. I thought it was just a way for people to talk to someone. And I got people to talk to. So lots of people have all these different misconceptions about therapy. But if you're watching this video and you're thinking about whether or not you should see a therapist, I want to give you five things that you, as a potential client, should explore with your potential therapist in the first session. And let me just be clear. Every single person that is a potential therapist for you, you are interviewing them for a job of holding your heart. Don't take this lightly. So here's 5 things that I want you to consider asking with anyone who wants to be your therapist. The first question, I wrote them down so I don't forget, is ask them, why do you do this? Find out why this potential therapist does what he or she does. Listen for the answer here, but listen for the answer right here. I don't know what kind of answers you're looking for, but for me, when I interviewed therapists in the past, I wanted to hear them tell me how much they love their work. I wanted to hear some passion in their work. And if I heard a tinge of arrogance, or if I got the sense that they thought they were ahead of me, from my perspective, the interview was over. I want to work with someone who's still curious about life, who's still open to learning, and who loves their work right now. So question number 2 is, have you ever worked with anyone with my particular challenge? And I don't know what your challenge is, but we are all at different crossroads, different developmental stages in our lives. So I want you to find out whether the person that you are seeking guidance from knows from either their professional or their personal lives a little bit about what your presenting challenge is. Does that make sense? You don't want someone who has never, for me, for example, I don't want to work with someone who has never ever worked with another African American woman. Now, not all of my therapists have to be African American. However, if you have no experience, no knowledge, no understanding of what that means to me, I may not want you to be my therapist at this time. Now, being an African American woman has not been the presenting problem for me necessarily. Very often it's been different things that have happened in my life. Getting married, becoming a mother, deciding what my career path would be, letting go of relationships that don't serve me, a health issue. All of these things are reasons that would bring someone into therapy. Find out whether that person that you are seeking guidance from knows a little something about your challenge, and then also whether they recognize that your story is also unique. You got it? Question number 3. Who are your teachers? You want to make sure that you choose a therapist that is always learning. So one of my teachers, Dr. Jim Gordon, who runs the Center for Mind Body Medicine, always used to tell us, and he still tells us, empty your cup. If your cup is so full that there's no more room to learn, find yourself a therapist who's poured something out of his or her cup and is always, always learning. I can spew off the names of my teachers just as easily as I can tell you the color of my earrings in this moment are white. Do you understand that your therapist should always be teaching? Always be learning. Who are their teachers? So number four is, have you gone through this experience for yourself? Ooh, what an important question to ask your therapist. And I'm not going to lie, I would never see a therapist who has not felt on a visceral level what it's like to sit in that other seat. That other seat is hot. And every single client that comes to see me, I tell them, I have sat where you sit. I have sat by myself. I have sat with my husband. I have sat there. And I have given myself the freedom to be completely vulnerable with another human being around our challenges. Be okay with asking that question, not to dive into details, but to see if this person knows how it feels in their body to be where you are at that moment. Because the underlying fifth question that doesn't necessarily have to be stated but needs to be felt: can you love me? Can you support me? Can I have the freedom to be a completely imperfect, messed up individual and come in here and feel this much better when I leave? That's what you want to ask your potential therapist. So, I want to encourage you to not settle. Don't let fee, insurance, all these other things be the first thing that block you from finding the guide that you need. There are so many out here that want to guide you, that want to help you. If you have no income, no resources, there's pro bono programs, and you can still ask these vital questions, because you, no matter what your financial resources are, you are a person who walks into that therapy office with your dignity intact. So go for it. Find your teacher. Sit down with them. Get the help that your mind, your body, your spirit are seeking. That may or may not be me, but there's 1,000 other therapists like me who have a desire and a passion to meet you where you're at. So I can't wait for you to tell me more about what your search has looked like for you. Just do it. You deserve it. Fall in love with yourself. Do the work. Peace and blessings.